Hi and welcome to another LRCC Soundbite. So this is my last soundbite on our walk through the things that a guy called Luke wrote down about the life of Jesus. Things that we can read today in the Bible. If you don't have a copy of the Bible and you live near us, if you'd like to read these things for yourself, then do let us know. You can call in at 44 Lindbergh Road anytime and we'd be really happy to give you a free copy. We've got youth copies and children's versions as well. So where have we got to? Well, a year ago we started looking at what Luke had to say about Jesus being born. We've thought about him growing up, being baptised, starting his time walking around the area he lived, teaching people, healing sick people, wise sayings. At Easter, we looked at what happened when he was arrested without charge and yet condemned to be killed by crucifixion. 3 days after that, he came back to life, an amazing event that sealed the biggest deal in history. When Jesus died, he made it possible for everything we have ever and will ever do wrong. Sometimes we call them sins. He made it possible for them to be forgiven. That makes it possible for us to become friends with God, to have a personal relationship with God. We can talk to God. We call that prayer. We can be guided by God and be helped by God through his Spirit living in us. After all that, Jesus went back to heaven, but left us with a promise that he would come back one day. So what might that look like? Would Jesus just materialise out of nothing and carry on walking around the area of Galilee in Israel? Well, that's not quite what Jesus told his followers, according to what Luke recorded. Jesus' description of things was a little different. He said that strange things will happen to the sun, the moon, the stars. Everyone on earth will be worried and would not know what to do. Actually, probably more than worried, frightened. After that, Jesus will be seen by everyone in great power and great glory as he returns. Okay, well, to me that sounds both scary and spectacular. I can't begin to understand how everyone would see Jesus returning at the same time, knowing what we do about this globe that we live on. For me, I don't worry that I can't understand it though. And that's because the next thing that Jesus said is, but don't worry. As a Christian, I believe that all of this will lead to God restoring the earth, putting it back as he originally made it, and restoring life to be everything he always wanted it to be. Part of that means that everyone who has accepted Jesus and the forgiveness that he offers because of all that stuff at Easter, every one of those people will be part of living in this new restored earth and heaven, all of it together and all brand new. I don't know what you believe about all that. Everything I've described in the last few seconds is just a snippet of what I believe. I'd be really happy to share more if you'd like. Just get in touch or join us one Sunday, 44 Lindbergh Road after 2 p.m. for a chat. Myself, I think this message of what Jesus has done is probably the most important thing. No, not probably, is the most important thing that I can share with you. Because I think it can completely change your outlook on life. But more than that, I think it can completely change your future. But that's a conversation that we'd have to have. I'd love to have that with you. Let me finish today by simply saying that all this is because I believe God loves you. You personally, me personally, us as individuals. He only wants the very best for us and has literally moved heaven and earth for us. But the choice is ours. It's yours and it's mine. God won't force himself on anyone. Come and have the chat. Come and find out more about this Jesus I've been talking about all year. It might be nothing more than interesting for you, but it might be the most important conversation you've ever had. God bless. I'll see you next week.